How can one live with a husband who does not care? How can one live with a husband who doesn't care? I don't know. Let us look into the question. What is a husband and what is a wife? In America and the parts of the world, man, boy and a girl are living together without going through marriage ceremony or going through the registrar, register their marriage. That's one thing. Boy and a girl live together without going through marriage or recording officially. Then there is the other side. You go through a ceremony between man and woman, and that ceremony, that going to church or registrar, that officially makes you man and wife, husband and wife. What is the difference between these two? You understand my question? What is the difference between a man and a woman living together without marriage, going through the ceremony of marriage, and what is the difference between them and a man and a woman who goes through expensive marriage? What's the difference between the two? One has a paper legalized saying you are husband and wife. Society says you are married, you have certain responsibilities to look after your wife, your children, and all the rest of it. And also the other, who do not go to church and all the rest, go through marriage ceremony, either they are very irresponsible or they are very responsible. Both are responsible, right? If they take living together seriously, both are responsible. So we're asking, what is a husband and what is a wife? You answer that question. Most of you, I presume, who are here are married, or you have a girlfriend. Perhaps not in India so much, but in Europe and America it's quite common. So what is a husband? A husband is supposed to work, go to the office, or go to some kind of work from 9 till 5 o'clock. Spends most of the day in an office, either pleasant or unpleasant, a factory and so on. And then comes home. The wife, the woman, cooks the meal, looks after, if she has children, the children, and so on. This is our daily routine. Right? Do you agree to that? Oh, for God's sake, yes? This is what's happening the world over. The woman stays at home, or she goes to the office also to earn more money, and The wife generally looks after the children, if she has any, and stays at home. What is the relationship between these two people? The husband who works from 9 to 5, and also the woman goes off to work also from 9 to 5. What is their relationship? Have you ever thought about it? Life is becoming more and more complex, more and more expensive, so both the woman and the man have to work. And if they have children, which perhaps unfortunately they have, what happens to the children? The woman comes home, or the husband comes home tired, and will they care for each other except sexually? Will they really care? You ask this question to the speaker, and he's supposed to answer that question. You should put this question to yourself and not to the speaker. The question is, how does one live with a husband who doesn't care? Either you say goodbye, old man, or old boy, or you put up with it. This is generally what happens. You put up with it, getting more and more indifferent to each other, more and more isolated, more and more depressed, and all the misery of living with a man or a woman who doesn't really care at all. It's your problem, not mine. So what will you do? Go after another woman? Go after another man? And it will also happen there. After a little while, he will not care. And so you have problem always caught in this problem. Which means, is there love at all? When two people live together, is it a sexual, biological activity of coming together, or is there love in their life, caring for each other? Perhaps you know this answer better than the speaker.